Sorry for the abrupt stop last time. My phone literally ran out of space and it just stopped recording then and there. This is the next morning, me filming the rest of it. I cleaned out a lot more space, uploaded one other video to YouTube and then deleted it from my phone. My old piece of crap just doesn't really have any free space around. So I'm gonna go back to the last one on the left side. This is the Jeep Wrangler from the same set that the Ford 150 came from Greenlight, the diorama. Gorgeous little thing. It's a lot smaller than the Hot Wheels one, but obviously this is 164. From what I've heard, Greenlight 164s are not exact, but they're pretty good, especially for the price. But unfortunately, this one has a crack. You can see here, it's not super obvious, but around here, the insert piece is not put in perfectly. But still, like from a distance, it's a cute, gorgeous little thing. I just love it. Next up, to the right side, I'm gonna start. Let's see. Just gonna focus a little bit. I'm gonna move the phone over this side. I don't got a lot of free space on my desk, so I'm just gonna carefully make sure nothing is in the way. I think I'm gonna start top right, actually, go from the corners and see what we get from there. I'm gonna change the lighting a little bit. Actually, the natural lighting is good enough. So first of all, I think this is from The Spy Who Loved Me. This is the James Bond Lotus Esprit S1. Gorgeous little car. I'm pretty sure I saw that movie a while ago, but I don't remember much of it. But so, great little car. Really geometric, simplistic shapes, but very, very cool in my opinion. It's from the Hot Wheels Entertainment series. Next up is is an Auto World. Just gonna move Dr. Evil out of the way just a little bit. This feels like a villain-ish kind of vehicle, so I put it there. Not that the car itself, there's anything villainous about it. This is super gorgeous. This is from the Land Yacht series from a while ago, and great details. Opening hood. I'll definitely do a video about Auto World, at least the few models I have. Opening hood. The problem is mine is unfortunately an error. You see the wheel there is actually put in backwards, unfortunately. I did contact Auto World. They were nice enough to engage with me, but eventually they checked their inventory because it's one of the earliest models ever made. There's nothing they could give me a replacement of. And this is the Auto World 2012 Corvette, great car. All of the Auto Worlds, if you don't know, they are perfect, real, true 164. So they got some really cool stuff. Everything they do is very detailed. This Corvette, same as the Cadillac I just looked at. Metal body, metal base, rubber wheels, rubber tires, as well as a detailed underside. Next up, back to Hot Wheels. This is from the Boulevard series. I got it when I was in Vegas. They actually have Walmarts there, and I can actually find stuff. 67 Camaro, great looking gold color, solid paint. Look at this, engine details. Cool car. I'm just gonna move a little quicker. These four probably need to rearrange it sometime to make it fit better because there are, if you can see, there's 3 Jaguars and then there's a Corvette stuck inside. I think right now this is the one that makes the most sense. This is the lightweight E-Type from Team Transport. Gorgeous little car, really cool looking, and this is the first release going straight into premium and car culture. And next up, I've had a special video about this. This is the Jaguar E-Type convertible, the Shaguar as it's called. Cool car. Johnny Lightning from the diorama. Opening hood, really cool. This is how the engine opens real life as well. It's really nice detail. I'm just gonna put Mr. Austin Powers back up again since he fell down. Next up is I forgot, 60-something Corvette. Johnny Lightning from the same diorama. American flag, opening hood. Solid little car. Metal body, metal base. I love Johnny Lightning, but sometimes their rubber tires are not that great. And this is a Hot Wheels Jaguar D-Type, the Le Mans race car, famous. Metal body, metal base. This is a lot earlier. There's just a gorgeous paint, just perfect paint job. Like I'm usually not the kind of guy to say like, oh, we used to get it so much better because I didn't grow up. I mean, I grew up in this era, but I didn't really get into Hot Wheels. But having gotten a lot of the older ones, like it's day and night, unfortunately. From Hot Wheels ID, we have the Miura 90 from the 79, 71, no, 1971, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, it's awesome gold color. The first release going straight to Hot Wheels ID. Actually, what is it? Lamborghini 71. Yeah, it's 71. Sweet, got that right. Beautiful looking gold. I would love to see it in like Car Culture or some kind of real Riders premium release, but this one is awesome nevertheless. I've showed this one very recently. This is from the Flag Flyers 5-pack. There's a lot of F's in here. FFF 5-pack. Flag Flyers 5-pack. This is a Lamborghini Countach with the Lamborghini logo. Huge. It's awesome detail. Just has an awesome visual. This one is Johnny Lightning. This is a Pontiac Fiber Trans Am. You see the bird right here. Gorgeous looking car, incredible metallic blue paint. Man, I love those Johnny Lightnings, even though their tires are somewhat problematic. There's one thing I don't like about the paint is how thin they are. I just rubbed this off accidentally. With Hot Wheels, I can just keep rubbing and rubbing. Paint will come off, but there's so many layers that it's not gonna affect anything. With Johnny Lightning, it's like a couple layers and you're done. Next up is the Hot Wheels. This is a basic one. This is the Ferrari P4. It's a basic one, but it's a gorgeous looking model. I would love to have some Hot Wheels premium Ferraris, but I'm not paying that kind of money. The white on red paint is a bit not great. It's looking more pink than white, but still very gorgeous looking car. I like those race cars, Le Mans style race cars. So it's definitely going up here. Next, I think this is the Mercedes SLK. If I got it wrong, please don't kill me. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't say on the base, but it's definitely classic Mercedes. I think this is called like Glitter Ride. Awesome metallic blue paint. On top of that, you see the pink red glitter effect. Awesome looking classic car. Just so pretty. Next up, from The Dark Knight Rises, right? I've seen the Nolan Batman movies, as most people have. I don't have the greatest attachment to them. They're good films, but I've never loved Christopher Nolan. Unfortunately, he makes good movies, but like good mainstream blockbusters movies. So good for him. But so, and anyway, this is the Lamborghini Aventador J, right? Yes, it is, and it's nice gray paint. There's not much to it. It's very stock, which I like. Lamborghini's cars look all very similar, and I think it looks great. I would love for Lamborghini to move out of their wheelhouse every once in a while to create some cars that don't look exactly the same from the front, but I can't fault them because it looks so great. Like, why would you want to fix something that's not broken? Next up, another model I've shown on the channel before. This is from TSM True Scale Miniatures Mini GT. This is the breathtaking Pagani Huayra. Just lovely. Incredible details. I actually got the tiny and probably pretty delicate side mirrors. Lovely blue paint, just perfect. If there's one thing they could improve, it's the base, but come on, we're not buying model cars for the base. Extra details down under is always nice, but it's not really necessary. And for how amazing this whole car is, I cannot fault him for not doing it. Next up, from Hot Wheels Car Culture Silhouettes, this is the 1978 Porsche 935/78. Awesome Le Mans type race car. I think it's called the Moby Dick. Lovely, lovely car. Not much to say about it. It's a racing variant of the 911, the 9 Alpha. It's a very, very cool looking car. I think the blue and white complement each other very well. And now we're back to Green Light from the same four pack or the same diorama set as the Jeep and the 150. This is a Type 2 T2 bus. Got the nice surfboards. Why do I always want to say skateboard? Just lovely details. It's such a classic nostalgic vehicle. And again, even though I was far from being born and grown in that era. I do love the aesthetics. And once again, in Volkswagen, we have the Type 3. This is the Hot Wheels Car Culture, what is it, Air Cooled series. This is a custom squareback. Apparently the squareback is actually one of the least common cars in actuality, but this is the one that Hot Wheels releases again and again. It's a great vehicle. It says Square Force 1 here. Awesome looking, kind of a dirty scratch up look, which I very, very much appreciate. And now we're here with Volkswagen Type 1, the Beetle, the Käfer. This is from Cruise Boulevard Car Culture. It's unbelievable they took so long to actually release a premium Beetle, but I love it. And there's another Beetle coming out in the Team Transport, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get that one as well. It's a lovely classic little car. And another port back to Porsche. This is the RWB, obviously the famous Hot Wheels RWB Porsche 930. This is from the Team Transport. I love how they got the RWB here. I'm sure, I don't know much about like machining and that kind of stuff, but I'm sure it's gonna be hard printing that RWB back there. Nice it went full lens. You see front and back light details actually printing on the window. You actually see what the world needs is a little rough. What the world needs now is rough. The printing is not perfect, but it's pretty well done, and like on camera you're not going to pick up on the blemishes anyway, even if the camera decides to ever focus. Thank you. RWB 930 Team Transport. Obviously you got one from Hot Wheels Car Culture Silhouette from this set, a black one, matte black, and there's obviously a gorgeous looking not HWC, it's the RLC version with opening doors, opening engines, as well as a figurine. Oh, that looks so amazing, but I'm not throwing that kind of money on a car, not yet at least. I'm back to green light in this final one from the diorama set. It's a Tiki bar, it's a Type 2 T2. This is the pickup version. It's not too much. Beachside Tiki bar again, very like that hippie era. It's very, very nice colors, great aesthetics. This kind of yellow complements the shaping and the history of the vehicle very, very well. If you can't tell, I love the Volkswagen Type 2 model, and this one is a release from Johnny Lightning. It's a lot more stock look to it. This is the Type 2 T1. Gorgeous looking thing. This is a little bit more off color. I think this is more of a more beat down vehicle. I would love to have one with like actual like standard stock white roof and red base, but have to come. I don't know when I'll come over one that's well made and not super pricey. This is the Porsche 9358 Outlaw. This is one of the earliest Porsche models and design lineage. If you think it looks like the Beetle, it's because it is. Ferdinand Porsche did design the Volkswagen Beetle for the Nazis. So very, like look at a lot of German companies, Porsche and Volkswagen, they all started, or at least they all work with the Nazi regime. That's just an uncomfortable fact. And of course, after World War II, the Americans, for the Cold War, just didn't really prosecute these people for their use of slave labor and all that, because they wanted to rebuild West German economy and fight the Russians. Well, not necessarily fight, but like compete with the Russians. Like, you're a Nazi, we don't care. And being Nazi, you're anti-communist anyway, so actually more welcome than most of the anti-fascist resistors, like the Social Democrats. They didn't care about. They still kept out of government after the end of World War II. But ex-Nazis, hey, you're definitely anti-communist. Anyway, that's my rant. But it's a great-looking car. They share the same lineage. The Beetle started as, I think, the Porsche model T60. This is a gorgeous looking thing. It's from Momo, from Team Transport. And last but definitely not least, another car culture team transport model. This is the Porsche 9 something. They're all 9 something. This is Porsche, no, oh yeah, 962. Again in Momo livery, but this time in red. The probably the more famous. The black and white one is a more classic, but this one is the one that everyone. That's the most striking, the most what's the word? Iconic. Oh, what a gorgeous looking thing! It's probably one of my favorite Le Mans style racers out there. Great looking car, and this is the extent of my display case collection. You can see the majority of them are premium one way or another. I do wish that one day I can make them full premium, and I can actually make the whole case nothing but premium models, but there's some premium models that I just don't like that much. There's some doubles, there's some ones that just I think look pretty bad. The ones on the left, the corner ones are the ones I want to get rid of the most, unless they're actual Hot Wheels car culture like these two, and these two are not going anywhere. But maybe one day I hope to find a car that will replace the Mercedes there, even though it looks amazing. The D-Type looks amazing, but as well as the Ferrari over there, but I hope I can replace them one day with something even better. Over here on the left side, I do hope to replace the Beatles fan. I don't like seeing John Lennon's face all that much. And for anything else, probably the I would like to one day. I love the Hot Wheels ID, the way they look, but the wheels are not that great. I would like to replace them with premiums one day, but they're still very good. And the one that's going to be the hardest is going to be that Miura because it just looks incredible. And obviously, there's always going to be new things coming in. I'm going to be switching things out. This is going to be a continuous work in progress, but so far, I love how this is set up right now. And I would love to keep working on it, keep changing things out, switching things out. Just mostly getting new stuff in, right? That's the dream. So, thank you for watching. It's a pretty long two-parter. And I'm glad to finally be able to make it with good audio, hopefully. And I do hope I'm making more stuff to see what I get, what I like, looking at different brands of diecast. So, yeah, thank you for watching.